How's it going, guys? Interact here. We're back with Katawa Shoujo. Now I can't really explain what happened last time, so I'm just gonna start. I'm not even sure I've even. I have the worst memory. I completely forgot what was going on now. Hey Lily, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday. Oh my, is that Hisao? I didn't realize you were here. She has her reasons. It seems that Lily is a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me. Sorry, Lily. I thought you realized. No, it's alright, Hanako. Hisao, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding. If you say so, I'm still working this place out. Well then, I think you will find most people here a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you are feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions. Sure. I'll remember that. Lily? Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement. I'm sorry, Hisao, but we must be off. Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here right now, and Lily still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made any impact. Mind if I accompany you two? I know I'm kinda pushing it, but... Lily? Hmms? Oh, hmms quietly, still smiling. I was gonna say, is that really a word? I'm sure that we could accommodate you. Can't we, Hanako? She looks at Lily, then at me, and then she freezes, wide-eyed. Sure. Well then, shall we go? I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after the deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. And then there's the wizard, so we leave all three together. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it. Every now and then, Hanako comes along right beside her, so close that she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. How come the music stopped? As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little and my vision briefly goes black. I'm blind! Ouch. Oh no. 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 Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking at me. The others scar me with her path. Like, if we say something like yellow or something, it would be like lemon lube. God dang it. Why? They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. There's that word again. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. He needs to really work on his thoughts more, or she does. But they are not flesh and bone, but pale and very much flesh and bone thighs, and in chins and feet made of black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Oh man. Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry. Great, now it's like repeating. I think I'm seeing vision. I think I'm seeing two words at once. She looks really apologetic in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I completely forget about being angry or anything, since hurt puppies are my weak spot. Alright, we're gonna throw puppies at Hisao now. Let's do this. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Ouch. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. You broke rule number 3. I tried to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. You know, I realized I always thought if you go to sleep, like you don't breathe at all, and your heart stops, and you're like sleeping, and then when you wake up, it goes back to normal. It's like, that's what I always thought. I don't know if it's true. It seems normal. Hey, should I get a nurse? I was gonna say the weird high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. High-pitched? No, I'm not gonna do high-pitch. I stared at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized that I probably looked worse off than I really was. Doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No need. I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time, and take a deep breath. Hey, at least your ribs isn't like disfigured. Freaking my ribs, I got like pegged. Like, I got T-boned by this big dude in middle school. I just realized everything bad happens to me at middle school. And like, he threw a spiral football at high speed. And the worst thing is, now he's in the football team, and he made my right rib go inside a bit. Like, it made it kind of like a dent, and it like knocked the wind out of me. I was like, fuck, and I couldn't move because like my rib was like I'm feeling my rib right now, and it's actually like near the center. Like the right side slants down a bit, and it's weird. Like every time I scratch my like chest, freaking, I just feel that indent just there. It's like, I remember this. I went home early. That's the only reason why I remembered it. She just knocked the wind out of me, big time. But it's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay, I said I was fine, and nothing's broken. No harm done. That's good, They're gonna mug her. Hisao, what happened? She's not quite up to speed for obvious reasons. Thank you for this inner thought. But she sounds very worried. More than that the situation deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me, nothing serious, just winded. Sorry, it's my fault. I was just going to get some stuff and I was in kind of a hurry. That someone here is Emmy, isn't it? The little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything. Hi Lily, Hanako. I guess the girls know each other. Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. You know, I just realized Lily takes the situation and calms it down while Shizune's like, hey, shouldn't be doing that. You know, if student council gonna like come down upon you and like curse you with voodoo magic or something. It's so cute, I find myself smiling. I know that I was just, no excuses. I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've got to change and everything. Wait a second, why are you running at lunch? Oh, wait a second, never mind. Track and field club, I'm guessing. Before any of us can say a thing, Emmy has already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here? There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that really stops Emmy, it seems. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight, composed smile. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off then? Lily heads off along the hallway and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two of us... What? The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. It'd be funny if he actually got lost on the second day and he didn't know where he was going the entire time, and so he just walked into a random classroom. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with her thermos? What? Is that really food? And tea bags as Hanako is setting out both their lunch boxes. So, is this what you meant by coming here almost every day? Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, so we ended up using this room regularly. Why is there a loud motorcycle outside? After seeing Hanako's reactions to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that is a boon. That and Lily being able to get some quiet, wait what? Quiet, oh wait what? I get quiet, confused, away from her class as well. Oh, it's quiet. Oh, I take my seat last. After Lily's poured the tea for us and sits down. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Obviously, because she's the calmer version, she's not the crazy laughter one that's all psychotic and evil and stuff like that. Freaking stole Australia from me. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash. And Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I ever met. So, how are you faring in Yamaku, Hisao? You seemed a bit flustered before. Apart from getting lost every now and again. There we go! You get lost now and again and being crash-tackled outside my classroom. Fine, I guess. It's just a normal day in this school. You looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay? For a brief moment I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. I did not like that grin. That was really creepy. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think that they're buying it. But in what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess that is one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask even if people's conditions are obvious like Hanako's. There's still bound to be a story involved. Like, how did Lily get blind? She was born with it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Everyone has things that they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. Yes. My school doesn't. They get all up in your face being like, hey, what you got there? And then if you don't want to say it, they start bugging you the next day and they're like, I hate this class already. So, how long have you been in this school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well. Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago. So you were a junior. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well, and moved to the dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right, since high school. So you've known each other since then? Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right. That's so, like, now I think of it, now after I'm rereading this, this is like kind of resembling if these two is, okay, never mind, screw it. It wouldn't make sense anymore, I was not thinking it. But yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably reason enough to befriend them, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. With the immediate conversation dried up, we start to eat our lunch. Guess what? The bell ow! It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out. I guess I'd better be off. Are you going to go with Hisao, Hanako? Hanako looks at me, and for a second I can see that she is considering skipping class. Maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me. Yes. I don't know what to think of it. Hanako really is delicate to the point of breaking if looked at the wrong way. Oh, in the wrong way. It makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. I just saw your eyebrow raise. That was really creepy. You should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a nod of farewell as she bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I filing out before her. Oh, this is where he freaking embarrasses himself. We walk quickly down the empty hallways to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 2-2, she turns towards me. Hisao, thank you for sharing lunch with us today. My pleasure, Lily. You know, wait. So if the room is right next to 3-2, then like, okay, never mind, screw it. And with that, we part ways, Lily entering her classroom, leaving Hanako and I to make off to our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. So do you really want to go back to class now? Yes. Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. Emily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class and walk in. Oh, wait, no, he did not embarrass himself, never mind. The teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanukkah follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. This is the third time that Hanukkah has had a truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. Something suspicious. We can't believe my sister just did that. We make our way to our seats and I notice that Misha and Shizune are both missing as well. I wonder if it is some form of informal agreement with the staff or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of the school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. The class goes on quietly. Thank you. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. I would be screwed in. Wait a second. That does not look like an eraser. I just realized that. And this looks always just like freaking erase. Like, okay, it's like I know how chalk works with the chalkboard because, well, in my elementary school, freaking the entire school had chalk. It has chalkboards, so like every time, as of what I remember in elementary, whenever we write something and we like erase this chalk, it just smears. So it looks like somebody freaking made a scribble line and just smeared it across the chalkboard. Who does that now? When the final bell sounds, I realize that there is still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd at the hospital. I had 24 hours a day. Oh wait, what? I had 24 hours a day of free time. But here, feeling the I cannot say BLY. Considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Mito is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. Man, you must have. I'm gonna call you bushy brow. Screw that. What is it, Nakai? I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there is nobody else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I'd do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking, it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical. Methodical? What? No! Wait, that's method, and I can't say ickle. What? No! And for a brief moment, I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You have no plans? No, I considered joining a club, but don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest, I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Mito looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. No, I don't want to talk, teacher! But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It feels like that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them. What? Oh. You can talk normally with someone, even if they are blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. Like that handsome devil in the back row behind Hisao now. He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako. It's not like you can ignore her face, but... I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open. Teacher... Misha crashes in, hands straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. Ooh, spooky! Freaking High School of the Dead over here. Freaking, I guess that's how it started. She starts towards the teacher's desk. Wow, I can't really speak in one sentence. She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Mateo visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general slumps in his chair. Mikado. Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong but has no idea what. Yes? We have talked about volume control before. Yes? Really? That's your response? Yes? And she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So, what is it? We need help. We are running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress. She waves a pink slip of paper. She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. Oh, you're gonna give him the pink slip to a new car. So, go get some more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that? What is up with plywood? No, I'm just kidding. Plywood. Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little. But that time, we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left there, so do you know where there is some? I don't understand. How would I know? How do you know? What are you talking about? Freaking Muto is like, I'm a science teacher. Not a wait, what was it? Wood shop? Wood shop? Wood shop. Shichan, the president thought that a teacher would know if there is plywood. Was she wrong? Yes. Muto looks like he is in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible, like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. Okay, drilling through his skull would be worse, and then blasting pop music, that's even worse, because depending on what the person you're listening to, if it was freaking, who does pop music? Okay, I completely forgot who does pop music, but like, the pop music thing is gonna murder me if that ever happened. That's serious. I hate pop music. I'm afraid I have no idea if there is any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any. Well, go to the wood shop. What should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? Nomiya. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold dead hands, but that's a different matter. Well, bring in the infected people and get them bitten and take the plywood like, ha, I win, and then run away, like, yeah, and then start the festival, and then everybody's dead because the infection rise, and then it caused everything to go down, and then it ends up that you and a few other people are still alive, and now you guys are in a bus. If you don't know where I'm getting that from, you need to watch anime more. I don't have time. We are so busy. She holds her head with both of her hands, looking at this despairing as it's possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumbles the note she's holding against her hair. Wait, what? What? Okay, Misha, you're not making any sense anymore. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There is so much to do and we are falling behind the schedule. Well, at least I have a schedule. Not helping you. Muto looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. I wonder if you could get some temporary help. He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression as if trying to say, go make friends. I guess I can give you a hand. You can? Thanks, Hichan. She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her finger, yelling, ah! I feel like a freaking idiot now after I just did that. And looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's Hichan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun. We just had a little chat. Oh no. It's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hichan? Stop being sarcastic. No, I'm not. So Hichan is Hichan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not. Mito sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. So what do you need? Here's a list. I can try to find the plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room. Gee, why would... What? Okay, that's not really... Art room, really? Art room only has paint. Why would the art room have wood in it? Freaking... Alright guys, we need to get plywood. Just unscrew all the tables and walk out with it. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implications on whether I'm joining the council or not. Aww. Still, thanks Chan. Try to be quick. We are in a stall building break. Oh, wait, what? Stall building streak now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry. She bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other, with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Look at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's. I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. Screw the council. The classroom's closeted 2 hours and are designated belonging to the class. Every time it's not even 1 o'clock. Train, you're not supposed to be here when it's 1 o'clock. Designated. I hate trains so much. Belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side and 3-4 on the left side. Each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors or rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. Hello, I'm here to take your plywood. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody home? Something catches my eye. I stop mid-sentence. Hey. How you doing? Sitting on the... Oh, no, that's not this way. This is like the only thing I can really remember from Rin was the penis part. Sitting on the desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform, with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly at the end. You know, okay, I really want to try this, but I'm gonna feel like an idiot. But I want to try and eat food with my feet. Like, after, you know, going through this and seeing Rin eat food with her feet, I want to try it. I just want to try it and see what happens. I mean, that's it. I want to try it, and I might look like a complete idiot if I try to. I'm definitely going to do it though. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss it before? She's sitting in a corner very still, but I still somehow took her as a part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. Ooh, she's a ghost. I'm not being too observant today, as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. The fork is ready! I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think of if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned into silence, punctuated only by the walled clock ticking rhythmically. Hello. The girl stuffs the forkful in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. But wait, there's more. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here. With some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here too. I gotta sneeze. Never mind. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raises her eyebrows as if she was suspecting my observation was false. You are pretty observant. I guess it does, but who are you? This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai, Hisao Nakai. I just transferred in on Monday. I'm Rin, Tezuka Rin. Rin Tezuka, okay, really? I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kinda bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. While I'm trying to figure what's appropriate and whether this girl is, she seems to have lost interest in me, and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. Well, maybe she's hungry. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back. Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day. What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say. It's a snack. I don't think you are supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now, and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious. Curry is really weird. Like, I actually eat curry. Never mind. But like, it tastes weird first, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, it's actually really good. And then you start eating it, it's like, once you have a mouthful of it, it's like, oh, it's so nasty. And then when you like digest it, and like after, it's like, hey, it's actually pretty good. With this decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me. Hey, you're pointing it at your mouth. Come on. So Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, the school. From outside you look fine. Is your problem inside? I come to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting a word out. I can guess. I'm good at guessing, better than most people. Rin cuts me off before I can answer her question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. So you're gonna freaking push her on the ground, and then dance around and be like, ha, and then run away. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition. Well, maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that I'm not making issues of this part. This is a part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not even any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overtly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in your head, or something in your guts would be boringly ordinary, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants. This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of. What was that? Apparently it's like a freaking cricket outside. Okay, that's new. Is it? What is it? Why is it getting louder? Stop getting louder. You can just walk out there and just see something different out there. And the sheer lack of tact it was delivered that catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back when even physically as Rin's eyes widened in revelation and astonishment. So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? Still, practically a shock out recognizing the need to reply to something, I spit out the first thing that I can think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem, arrhythmia. You certainly hit home. Really? Okay. I think I don't want to know what they're doing. I said it. More like blurted it out and said, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and lowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous. What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down. I forgive you, I collect people, and a person with, you know, that kind of problem would have been really great. Collect people? People with different problems. Huh? So you just, like, go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away. But I keep thinking what was said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. And it's gonna cause like a frickin' hive to come out and be like, hey, that guy has arrhythmia. We should punch him in the chest and be like, ha. And then they run away. Or didn't need to know about it, like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Hisao. I have a very serious heart condition. I gotta sneeze. How about that? Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. Well, maybe this Tezuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. As I walk to the back of the room to pick up the items on Misha's list, a chance opens to study Rin from the corner of my eye. Well, ain't that just creepy? Her hair is a burnt auburn, almost orange and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. The boy's uniform and the lack of arms make her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty except for her murky green eyes which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs, even when she eats. Eats! God. The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within them like deep wells. She moves her feet almost as deftly as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how this sight could discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable, at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural. But it's too late, isn't it? I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable. So I try to force some conversation out of this strange girl. So, do you always eat alone and this late, or do you get the occasional visitor? Visitors? Maybe you are my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around. Horsing? She likes to do sports. Oh, and that's all I can think of to say. Both of us fall silent again as Rin forks the last bit of her meal to her mouth. I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. Yeah, just steal the plywood off these. Look at these fabulous desks. You can just unscrew the plywood and be like, hey, I got plywood. So I think I have all the things now. That's very nice of you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was just about to take a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you are going to do with that stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleeping. I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll catch you around, Tezuka. You can call me Rin. I feel that our relationship is at this point good enough to warrant this much. I was already turning to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine, then I'm Hisao. Then you are. Rin looks at me hard in the eyes. What am I getting what from? What that intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you isn't there. It's like she's actually not looking at me at all. She's looking through you. She blinks a couple of times and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped between us out of nowhere. See you later, Hisao. There's something like a tiny smile there in her face, maybe. I quietly back out of the room as I shut the door in front of my face. I whisper to myself, what an intriguing person. From inside I hear a muffled sing-song voice. I heard that. What did she hear? I can't really take this seriously anymore. I can't take whenever you see Misha just straightforward taking up the entire screen. I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the completely empty hallway. Somewhere she had gone to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, but I push that thought aside. Shizune standing slightly behind Misha looks aloof as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha is visibly excited. No, wait. More importantly, who is in there? There's no club meetings today. She tries to curiously peek past me even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. So they don't have any of those type of doors that has like those mini windows? That makes no sense at all because, you know, freaking, who knows what goes on behind those doors if there's only... Okay, never mind. What are you doing here? You took so long that we had to come check what's wrong. That's no good, Chan. She wags her finger in front of me, scoldingly. I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you are tardy. Don't judge me. Don't you dare patronize me on how I carry paint cans. Wait, what did they want again? Oh, sorry, I got the things here. I was just going to bring them. I think you were up to some mischief, Chan. Who was in there with you? I wonder. Misha signs something quickly to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple of times. Ear? Who does that? Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and opens the door into the classroom. I just left. I can only imagine the shock she is experiencing. With Shizune's diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares at Rin, frozen in place, apart from the slight but noticeably... Where did I get noticeably from? Noticeable trembling of her shoulders from suppressed rage, I'm sure. Instead of blowing up, Shizune takes just a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut, turning to sign furiously at Misha. I didn't do it. Maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it. She shoots a very loaded stare at me, too. What? As if it was somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables. I hope she's not getting any funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness. Hello. Rin's voice comes from the other side of the door, and it takes a few eye blinks to realize she might have trouble opening it. I open the door to find Rin directly behind it, looking at us with a half-interested, half-sleepy face. That's not creepy, just like behind the door. Hey, how you doing? Hello, again. Miss Tezuka, what do you think you were doing? You absolutely are not permitted to use school property for such a disgraceful activity. It's sure it's suddenly very crowded in here. I didn't know I was this popular. It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about this turn of events. Anyway, she ignores Shizune and Misha's scolding, so they have no choice but to drop the issue. Shizune taps Misha's shoulder, points at Rin, and makes some quick signs. Popularity aside, please don't do that anymore. I hate you're evil. You're evil. Anyway, how is your project going? Will it be done for the festival? Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure Shizune's cold stare is putting on her. Oh, whoops, my bad. I keep wondering about that myself too. And now we play 20 questions with Rin Tezuka. And? Well, think about it harder. As Misha sends her reply to Shizune, her face turns into an unsatisfied frown. That's not a frown, that's like a sad face. It's like, like you can actually make like an angry face right here, just like put two dots right there and like, okay, never mind. Miss Tezuka, please try to take this seriously. It'll be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch onto it. Rin nods assertively. We'll think more seriously. Misha actually giggles at that, but Shizune doesn't, not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes the materials from me, and takes off with Misha in tow. You know tow? If you move the W and the L, and you switch places with that, you make two. Ha! Beat that, science. Rin frowns thoughtfully as she looks like after the retreating student council duo. How rude. It's true though, I must finish my project before the weekend. There will be dire consequences if I don't. What the fuck? Did a cat just crash into the garage door? Oh my god. Okay, I think I should end it off here because oh my god. How did No. Okay, I'm gonna end it off here because I think that that cat is fighting with another cat, and it's not even my cat either. I don't even own cats. I only own a dog. Oh my god. Okay, I guess that should be it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I hope that cat does not make any noises at night because I'm gonna go sleep now. But as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Alternatives to the cafeteria. So as frankly, the food as far has been subpar. It's always subpar because the cafeteria food is horrible. At my middle school, I'm gonna talk about a lot about my middle school. Well, at my middle school, they always served this pizza, and it was super nasty. It was like the dough was not right.